So let's look at Jhansi and Pradeeskumar, who cleared PMP recently. First, congratulations for both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shri.
Great, great. All right, let's listen to them. How many days back you cleared the exam? Maybe both of you should be in the same week time, right? This week. Let me listen to Pradeep. Pradeep,
It was on 4th of June, Thursday, or 5th of June.
Okay, nice to know. Good to know. Good to know. Which city you are from, Pradeep? You took the
Pune. I'm from Pune.
Pune. Pune. Okay, was the center things are good?
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was really good. It's like,
okay.
no, it was more structured and organized the way more than the way I expected.
Okay. Nice to know.
Yeah.
Nice to know. Good to know. Jhansi, which city you are from?
I'm from Mumbai.
Mumbai. Okay, good. How is it there? Inter-based exam?
It was strict. I reached an hour earlier and there was a seat available. So they allowed me to start my exam earlier if I wanted to, which was nice.
Okay. How early you started rather than your scheduled one?
My exam was scheduled at 1 and I started at 12:15.
Okay, that's nice. That's okay. So that's the advantage, right? When you go early, if the
Yeah.
seat is available, they make you right. But still, did you feel comfortable writing early?
It was comfortable. I had a similar experience. It was more strict than I had imagined, but it
Okay.
went smoothly.
Okay. Okay, good. Because these exams are not strict like in our board exams. Say 10 o'clock, everyone writes on 10 o'clock. No, that's not the way it works. It's something like the centers, when they have the seats, they allow you to write. But sometime I also felt like this. People who went to exam, then they said, write an hour early. They were a bit nervous when they asked to write early. So what they did is one of the case, the person did not take a sip of water. The person did not go to washroom to refresh him to get back to the exam. So what happened is the moment we went to the exam, within 20 minutes, started feeling that, oh man, I want to go out, right? So you carry the pressure for next 1 hour until the break comes. Good, you did it, but I would usually say that when somebody asks like this, go for early, good to go. But yeah, take all your basic stuffs done. You feel good, then you get to the exam. Or don't when the Mumbai metro comes, just jump inside the train. No, don't. Check all the stuff and jump. Okay, good.
In Pune, they allowed you to go inside only half an hour before exam. They did not allow to enter into that
Okay.
campus before that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Which means that the area itself they're not allowing exam area.
Yes.
Ah,
So it's like a room, I would say. It's kind of small office. They won't
okay.
allow to go get inside itself half an hour before. Like,
Got you. Got you. Great. First, great and good wishes. I feel you are more excited, relieved now. The certificate is with you. Did the PMI share the certificate already?
yes.
Copy came
Yeah.
in. Okay. So you clicked and checked your name, spelling, date, number. You check everything. Okay, all good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's a good way. I'm sure the audience listening here, people are online here who took today 40 questions exam. Some of them listened through YouTube. It'll be nice to listen some tips or your preparation track. Maybe the last 10 days or 15 days, how it was, how the real exam is. So if we can hear something from you, it'll be nice. I would prefer to go one by one so that we don't overlap with what we hear. So who want to speak first? Jansi, Pradeep.
Want to go, Jesse?
Pradeep, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go.
Okay, good.
Sure. Yeah, I can go, Shri.
Yes.
The thing is, yeah, it's been quite a while I took a classes, but then I had purchased the house and then few personal commitment that I finished it up. So it's been a bit delayed. So I would say I started focus a lot in last 3 months. Like I was like giving lots of mocks in 3 months. I'm not a book guy, I would say. So one of my colleague, she also gave an exam along with me. Her name is Shweta. So
Mhm.
I had a partner. So, but she had a approach where she go through the books completely and then they give a mark. On the other hand, I tried to go through the books, but some of it, no, it didn't work for me. It just didn't work for me. So I go through the mock, and wherever I go, like when I get a keyword or questions, then I go back and refer the book. Then I started try to understand that.
Uh,
In that process, initially I went through Google, certain explanations. Then I found it like even though you search in Google, you have to use the keyword, like put the keyword and put in PMP or in project management. Then you get relevant word. Sometimes, the open source it misleads you, the
yeah,
descriptions
yeah, yeah. Okay. So it
they
means
have.
it brings a generic topic rather when you
Right,
say PMP, it will go specific.
right. That's the
Okay.
one key lessons that I learned.
Okay.
And in the 3 months, I would say last 2 weeks was, it was highly intensified. I had
Mm.
to wake up like 3:33, and then because it was not easy. I had lots of things to cover it up. My strength is memory power. I tell you, I have very good memory power. So I
Mm.
kind of short of memorized around 1,500 questions. I'll tell you.
Wow.
Uh, the keyword. So you can't memorize all the questions and answers. It's almost impossible. So I try to memorize the keyword in the questions and then
Mm.
keyword in the answers. That's what I
Mm.
try to do that. So I given a 180 mark exam.
Mm.
So that sums up around 1,000. And then
Mm.
lots of 40 and 60. And what are the questions troubled me? I try to copy. So I created one word in a document,
Okay.
the questions
Okay.
which had troubled me, and then
Okay.
try to memorize it. And I tell you, out of 1,500, I got only one question in the final exam. So,
Oh, but good thing is you have a memory of 1,500 and you're able to say that from that one question you got.
yeah. But, having said that, it helps you actually. It may not be helping you directly, but in
Mm.
an unknown way, that helps you to relevant the questions.
Mm.
And the one part I struggled was the process. Probably I was good in people management. I'm
Mhm.
very much strong in the business. I tell you, I probably have good business mindset. That's never had issues. But I had a trouble in process. Even the final exams, I think I had a trouble with that. But
Okay.
the one thing helped me a lot, like giving the marks. I've given a mark like anything. I, exhausted the 40 marks. I think your website allows only 30 mark exams in the 40 questions, 30, only
Okay.
30
You,
attempts.
you utilize fully. Okay.
Yeah, then I
Okay.
came to after that. Like when I finished it, I exhausted. Then I came to know okay, it's only 30. Even though it was warning was given in the top, I probably ignored that.
Mm.
So
Mm.
my approach was I given a mark like anything. It's completely I
Okay.
laid on the mock exams.
So you did all the
But
stuff. One question, Pradeep, since
yeah,
many people are listening this. So your approach is taking more questions rather spending more time of reading subject as in the book, but you search and read it.
right.
And now if you want to redo this exam, imagine you want to time travel. So you know
Mhm.
now what the exam is, right? Now if you time
Mhm.
travel, what will be your approach? Will you give a different approach or the same approach?
No, the way I said, right, that with the going with the marks only didn't help. The way I said, out of
Uh,
1,500, I got only one questions, but it helped in a bit because I've tried to read. I mean, probably I tried to correlate. It's not only the
okay.
memorization. Through that process, probably I tried to correlate, but probably have to correlate more.
Mm,
Going through the book and going through the basics is what probably makes more sense. I always believe in that. The basics should be strong. Then only you can
mm,
build a foundation. But for some reason, I was trying to go treat out. I couldn't pass through. I could not, gone through. Then I said, okay, if something is not working for me, I have to do workaround. So I just, okay, let me try some different approach. Other things are not moving ahead. That's what
okay.
I did.
I got you.
More than
Got
that, I
you.
would say, yeah. But so if I have to give, some advice to the people who are going to give the exam,
Mm,
uh, I would say like you're going to get different questions than what you're saying, Mark. Just be
exactly.
prepared for it.
Exactly.
So you have to prepare for it, and you have to, try to correlate the things with your experience rather than going with blind words. And also, I can tell you, I'm still following the WhatsApp questions, whatever you send it.
Mm-hmm.
People are trying to read the complete questions. My suggestion would be not to read the complete questions. I mean, you read it, but you try to pick up the keyword in the questions. Sometimes it will confuse you.
Mm,
If you try to read the complete questions and then try to give rational answers, sometimes it may confuse you. But so in the questions, you try to break it up and try to find the keywords. What's the really question? I think probably she is always talks about that in this, YouTube questions
mm,
explanations. Try to
mm,
break the word question and try to go for the keyword, because and also in the final exam, it's, for me, unfortunately, I didn't get any formulas or no straightforward questions. So you try to understand the complete questions, you try to understand the answers, and then give it, and then you move on immediately to the next questions. So you do that for 180 questions. It's take a toll on your brain. It's because you have to constantly switch over, switch over, switch over. So
Okay.
the method I tried was like I tried to break the questions. I just tried to find only the relevant part in the questions, and I try to go for to find the answers. That's what I tried rather than trying to understand the complete question. I mean, you have to do that, but don't focus on the complete, because that can mislead you. Because
Got
there will
you.
be
Got you.
two answers always close to each other. I tell you, probably you can take out the two, but there'll be another two will be always close to the answers. So
See
that's
that? See
my
that point.
exercise.
Oh.
Also, also, I know somebody would have not, uh, paid us attention. So the way the exam is going to be conducted, like I just want to explain. So you first finish 60 marks, and then you get a optional break. If you skip it and then you go ahead, you can't review the first six questions. I want you people to aware about that. And then if you go out and come back, so in the Pune at least, so they checked you completely. You can't take out kerchief, you can't take in any water bottle, nothing. Let's give you pad and then a few tissue papers. Even though you go and come back, you have to check all your belongings. They'll check you each and everything. So I just want to people to be aware about that, not to get panic on the day. Even what water bottle also not allowed. So want you to be aware
Mm.
about that as well.
Okay. So checking how long it takes? It'll consume 3-4 minutes.
No, no, not much. Actually, they ask you to take out all the packets from in
Okay.
a packet,
Empty your
including the ticket
pockets.
packets, and then
Mm.
colors. And
Mm.
then, of course, you are not allowed to take anything like watch or rings.
Okay.
Nothing is allowed. If you have chain, you have to show the pendant. It hardly
Okay.
take a minute or so.
But still, you have
But
to
just
go through the process. Yeah, yeah, I understand.
right,
I
right.
understand the pain. One
Yeah,
question, Pradeep, on the exam part. How was your time management? Because in exam, we have 230 minutes, and
right,
you are given a freedom. You can write as much time as you want because your
right,
break is based on number of questions.
right.
So when you come to 60th question, for the first 60th question, how much time you would have spent?
I probably spend more time. So I tell you, when I was giving mock, I mean, this is the way I said I given a 180 mark. I never had a time issues. I
Okay.
probably finished like at least with half an hour break,
Uh,
surplus amount.
uh,
But in the exam, the way I said, right, trying to understand the questions, it was all to the new questions, total new questions that I've gone through or expected. And even some of the wordings also different. And I was, gone through that mock. Some of the wordings are,
mm,
not the usual words that you see in the mocks. So it takes time to understand. The first one probably took more time, probably 80 or 90 minutes. I'm not sure about that.
okay.
But
90 minutes.
yeah, 80 or 90 at least. But
Okay.
the way I said, first 60 minutes was really tough for me. So I took a break. I wanted a break. So I went to
Mm,
washroom. I washed my
mm,
face and then come back. But
mm,
then second, like 61st onwards, I got a flow. So I didn't take a second break. I just
mm.
wanted to finish. But towards the end, I had to rush it up. I finished only 2 or 3 minutes spare. Had
Okay.
only 2 or 3 minutes
Okay.
left.
Neck to neck.
But
Okay. Okay.
yeah, it was neck to neck, yes.
That's a good performance, I will say. 90 minutes and then having last 2 minutes. I think your time management was in control. It's not going beyond control. If somebody takes 100 minutes for first 60 question, then you start getting into pressure, which means you start
Okay.
mounting a pressure. I think you are in a good show there. Where people lose the time is on this drag and drop questions or multiple choice answers where a question they have to read 2 times to get the understanding, drag and drop.
Oh.
That's a place people lose the time. Did you found more that kind of questions where you drag and drop?
I had a multiple choice question, not drag and drop. It
Okay.
was 2 or 3 multiple choice questions. I mean, multiple
Okay.
answers questions that I got it.
Understood.
But
Understood.
the way I
Okay.
said, if that I was relying more on straightforward and formulas to save the time. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of those questions. So I was relying to rush up the time because that's what I thought,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can,
Okay.
yeah.
Good, 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 good. Really good, Pradeep. Nice to hear the performance, and I'm seeing a different approach from you. Rather spending too much of time on the books, you took in number of questions, understand the
Right,
pattern of questions, the words which you don't know, you go to Google because now Google use AI to search topic, come back, but you're using PMP with that suffixing. So you get more specific content through which you
Right.
learned. That's approach.
Right.
But still, given a chance, you will also prefer to read the book a little more in process style so that you will learn better. That's your suggestion I'm hearing. In
Right.
exam hall, you're expecting people to be careful, and often there's a break time where people has to count the validation time also, which means when you come in, they're
Yes.
going to check your ID card, all the stuff. Calculate that also when you go out and come in. That's your
Right.
recommendation. Right.
Right.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Good. I'm sure your family is excited. You're done with your exam.
Yes, yes, definitely. And my wife is more lenient than I would say. Probably she also gone through a lot in last 1 week. So
Okay. You didn't take them for shopping, movie,
we know
nothing.
we went to movie yesterday. We went to Mission Impossible. She
Okay. Is it Mission Impossible or possible?
yeah, it was possible.
Possible.
We went
Now it's
actually.
possible.
Yeah, I
PMP
made
done
it
with.
possible. Yes. No, I would say, I mean, without her support, it would have not be possible.
Of
It's
course.
it's really
Of
taken a
course.
toll on the personal
Yeah.
timing as well.
Yeah, perfectly. It's a team effort as a family effort because at
Right.
the age of 30s and 40s, we are busy at office, at the family.
Right.
It's not that straightforward. So congratulations once again, Pradesh
Thank
Kumar.
you.
Really
Thank
good
you, Shri.
job. Celebrate his success. As I always say this, I repeat again for myself. Please apply what we learned. That's more
Sure.
important. I can get a driver license. If I don't drive the car, I will lose a hold of it. So please drive the car. How can you drive the car? One, you can go to PMI chapter in Pune. You can do that. Second one is be active in ShriLearning Elite group. You can even conduct session for the people on a topic. If you feel you want to talk about risk management, you can tell I want to talk about a topic. We arrange a platform where you can come and present. So we're also doing that. So feel active in the Elite group so that you also grow in your career.
Sure.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Cool. That's Pradeep. Good wishes again to Pradeep. Then let's listen to Jansi now. Yeah. Okay, let's invite Jansi here. Hey,
Hi, Shri.
Jansi. Okay, appreciate your patience to wait. I'm sure you're also excited to share your success story. First thing, are you feeling happy with what has happened with your
Yes, very
experience?
happy.
Much happy. Okay. Happiness is all about getting a certificate. On top of that, you have found a routine of yourself, right? Last 2, 3 weeks or months, reading,
Yes.
preparing. Um, After the exam get over, the next day morning, did you got up early?
Uh, I was in the habit of studying late night,
Okay.
so
Oh,
there is
late
that
night birds.
emptiness now. Yeah, there's that emptiness now of what to do.
Okay, so the next day evening, you don't know what to do.
Yeah,
So you watch a Netflix movie.
I gave myself a break this week, so I'll just sit
Okay.
and watch some movies.
Okay. So next week, will you come back again to the routine?
Yes, I'll try and learn something else.
Exactly. One thing I learned from the people who go for certification is one success. Other successes, they have found a routine in their life, which means reading, preparing, and challenging themselves. So if you found a routine already, please don't give up that routine. It is so hard to get that routine. There are many people in this world struggling, could not get to the routine. Please don't give up. So do any other learning. Doesn't mean certification. Some learning you can do so that you stay on the routine. Okay. All right. With this, let's listen to Jansi. Jansi PMP. Which date you did, Jansi, the exam?
2nd June.
All right, pretty recently you did.
Yeah.
So give us some highlight of what was your preparation plan and some information about the exam, which can help people here.
So I went through the Rita book itself. I read it thrice.
Wow.
The first time I went through your classes, and simultaneously I was reading the book with every class to catch up with what you were teaching. That was the first time. The second time I went through it end to end. I made notes regarding some pointers that I can go back on.
Hmm.
Post that, then I went back to your videos. I was watching the recordings, and finally, a couple of months before the exam, I went through the whole book just as a refresher.
Look like you did a proofreading of Rita multiple times. Did you found spell mistake in Rita?
Probably might be there.
3 times reading is really a big effort. Okay. By the way, Jansi, you have Agile in your company by any chance?
Yes, yes,
Okay. So Agile would have been a quick reading for you, not so stressful.
yes.
Okay, nice, nice. No, so three times reading, listening to the classes. Now come to the question. I know you were in WhatsApp with me of your scores and preparation. I even remember sometime you said, Shri, reading book, reading something is getting really tired. I don't know when I read your WhatsApp. Is it you? You messaged me something getting a bit exhausted. How was your scores while you're practicing exams?
So my scores were good. I gave five mocks of the 180 questions.
Hmm.
Those were around 65 to 70.
Okay, but are you happy with the score by the
No,
time? No.
no.
No, because the says 75 is a pass score. Okay, this would be the bit demotivating. Okay, now you went to main exam, you cleared the exam. Now, what is your feel now on your
Uh,
preparation?
so I had an issue actually with time management during the exam.
Ah,
For all my mocks, I went with the plan of 90, then 70, 70. That was the time I had in mind for each of the 60 questions.
mm-hmm.
However, during the exam, my first set of questions, instead of completing it in 90 minutes, it got done in 100.
Oh, you are that person. 100. 100. Okay. And just we were talking to Pradeep, right? This timing part. Okay. Then what happened? After 100 becomes thrilling.
I took my break. I told myself I need to catch up now on my time.
Ah,
70 minutes won't do. So I decided to do 65 and 65.
mhm.
So the second set of questions, I was very motivated to complete it fast. And luckily, those were easier to go through. So I
Ah,
completed it within 60 minutes. And for the third set of questions, I again took the break, but I was very drained by the third set of questions when I was going through them. So I completed it, but I was struggling to focus for the last set of questions.
bit tired, isn't it?
Yeah,
Tired as it. But I have to appreciate you. Second shot, you are able to do in 60 minutes, which means you are question a
yes,
minute time,
correct.
which is a good push you made. Look like in IPL, we have this a power play. Kind of, you made a power play in between 5 overs. Huh? That's good job, good job, good job. Why you felt very exhausted at the end? Is it questions are lengthy or tough to read? What was the problem?
I think it was both. The first batch of questions was lengthy. The
Ah,
second batch of questions, I was pushing myself to just complete it on time, just so I don't struggle towards the end. So I
okay.
took the breaks, but I was very exhausted towards the end.
I understand. I understand. Maybe one question to you. Since you work in Agile, you read the books few times. Agile questions should have been straightforward for you, right?
Yes,
So in
yes,
that case, which question you struggled? Is it process-oriented questions?
yeah, process oriented.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I get your point. So if you want to give a recommendation for people who are preparing, what kind of reading style you want to give them?
So go through the book, make notes for yourself, so it's easier to go back, refer to it.
Hmm.
Try and understand the logic of questions. So what one thing I did was for every mock question that I went through on ShriLearning, for every wrong answer or the other options which were given in the answers, I went to Google to try and figure out where or what answer could come out of this option.
Hmm.
So, for example, if there were four answers to choose from, three were the wrong answers. I went to Google. I tried and figure out if this was the answer of the question, what would be the outcome?
Hmm.
Because out of the second best answer, why is it not the actual answer? Try and getting the logic behind that help.
Ah, okay. Was Google able to help it?
Yes.
Wow. Is it Google or any AI tool you use?
No, no. I went to Google.
So you'll put the second answer and ask why it is not a right answer.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of a response you get?
So it would actually give me where this particular answer would be a good fit at.
Okay. Okay. So look like all the mock exams are inside Google now. You educated the AI as much you can. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So that is that giving you some logic for you how this answer should be chosen. Okay.
Yes.
But
Yes.
that's a good approach, but you need time, right? You have to copy, paste, and read all the process you have to do. Very good. Very good. Good. So one thing is reading the book very well and look at the wrong answers and understand the meaning of the wrong answers. That's what you want to
Hmm.
say. Why the
Yes.
choice? Very good. In main exam, did you had this drag and drop questions, mathematical questions?
Luckily, no. So I have been attending all the Sunday sessions regularly to hear what other people have to say.
Yeah.
For me, during my exam, I did not get a single drag and drop, luckily. I
Ah,
went through all the formulas a day before the exam. I didn't get a single question around formulas.
that's bad, right? You should have got some formula. You will save time. You will calculate. You don't like you like formula? You don't like formula?
I like the formulas, but I didn't get anything. So, okay.
Right. That's bad. Hard work, huh? Okay. Good. So what I'm observing is even Pradeep said not much at his side, right? So
Yeah.
not much of mathematics or not much of drag and drop coming. Look like it has reduced. Okay, that's a news. And the last few questions, did you had enough time or you had to rush?
I had to rush. I think because I had sufficient time for my last set of questions, I
Hmm.
wasn't really pushing myself to go through. So I was reading the questions again and again, which took up a good portion of time. So towards the end, I just finished dot on time. I had like 1 minute left before submission.
Okay, okay. So when you submit, do they ask some survey questions to fill? PMI
Yes,
ask
yes.
survey questions, and you submitted. And how do you see the result?
So before I was leaving, they gave me a sheet saying whether it was a provisional pass or what exactly was the result.
Hmm.
But again, they would get back after, I think, 48 hours with the actual result.
Hmm. So they gave a printout. In the printout,
Yes,
the statement says you successfully cleared the exam.
correct.
Provisional. Nice to know. Nice to know. Good. I'm sure you read that page a few times. There are people keep reading what these guys are saying. There are a lot of lines will be there. I might clear the exam and tell it straight away. It'll be like a lot of paragraph. One line will tell successfully you cleared.
I messaged Rahul to ask whether I really passed or not after looking at the paper.
It comes to me, Shri, tell me, did I pass or not? These guys are giving paragraph because you took already 180 question, you are exhausted. When you come out, they'll give another big question. No, it's not a question, it's a result. It'll be like 5, 8 lines will be there. Very good. Nice to know, Jansi. I know that you are a one active person, keep seeing you in the WhatsApp or every Sunday classes joining. I'm sure it paid you the benefit back. So now you have to materialize it. Definitely apply for the upper jobs or in your company. Apply. I would have said a few minutes back with the Pradeep also the same. Apply what you learn. If not, easily it will go away. If I miss 1 month not using it, it will be rusted. That's how it is. So stay active. I think Mumbai, you have PMI chapter. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes, be part of PMI chapter doesn't mean you have to go there. They have a virtual sessions also. Listen to the virtual sessions. Be part of a elite group in ShriLearning, so you keep learning. So management is not the day when you get certificate. It is from the day when you get certificate. Now only you have to open the book and read carefully. So far you read in the exam mode, right? Now we have to read for the application knowledge. That is more challenging. All right, good. Any other tips and tricks for the people?
Yes. Please time your break. So I was asked to keep a track of my own break.
Mm,
Uh, so I had water, I had something to eat. So do carry snacks because that gives you a little boost of energy.
mm, mm.
And please time your exams well.
Very good, very good. But one question, Jancy, you are not allowed to wear the watch. You cannot carry the mobile. Then how do you time your break?
So before I actually went for the break, there was a clock running. There was a clock actually in the exam center. So the minute I
Mm,
came out, I just seen the time that I left,
mm,
and from there I just calculated 10 minutes. So the minute like 9 minutes was up, I started moving towards the exam room.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. But last question to you. There is an option in exam. We can strike through the answers, wrong answers.
Hmm.
How was your experience? Did you try that?
Yes, I was doing that for my initial 60 questions. That helped a lot because I could eliminate most of the wrong answers. So that
Uh,
was a helpful thing that worked out.
okay. After second 60, did you?
No,
Not right.
because
Okay.
I was working under 1 minute to try and complete
Exactly.
my questions.
Exactly. Why I'm saying this is recently there was a person who took this exam from Germany, a German person. And this German person, what he did is he took this option of striking out color marking. So what happened is it consumed 110 minutes for him for the first 60 questions. When it comes to second 60 and third 60, he was also trying, but it started eating more time. Then he
Mm,
had to leave it. And end of that, the last 20 questions he could not attend. He missed it. And he lost the exam also. So point here is you have to be careful enough on the strike the option because that looks nice, but it takes your manual effort.
mm,
So if anyone watching this video, the recommendation is don't go for every question to strike. There are some questions you will feel so challenging. You couldn't figure out. You'll be struggling. Those questions maybe you can striking out because the technology what PMI Pearson using is it is still yet to mature. They're using every basic skill sets. They can improve something on that, but until then, let's not lose our time in the exam. So if see, read the question. If you get the answer, just choose to move forward. If you don't get the answer, somewhere you're struggling, this question you're going to mark for review. Yes, mark it for review. Put a strike of what you don't think as a good answer. Then you move. So that when you come back, you know that these answers I already read, I striked out. So that you can filter out the other choices. For those kind of tough questions, use a strike through. If not, please don't use a strike through. It's killing the time. That's what I
mm.
observed. Yeah. Very good. Nice to know. Good to know. So, what are special snacks you took, Jancy, for the exam break? Chips,
Uh,
snack, Lace
I
chips.
took dates,
Yes.
dates, apples, banana, and chocolate.
Wow, look like a breakfast is there. Yeah, it is needed. I generally recommend people to have some chocolates. If you have a sugar complaint, don't take too bad because chocolates increase that glucose in your body that makes you a little more energetic in the exam hall. If not, you'll get tired. So what happened? Third slot, you got tired, Jancy. You didn't have enough chocolate by the time?
Doesn't look like it.
You should have something in the pocket in the exam. You have to keep eating. All right, good. All right, once again, thanks a lot, Jansi, and good wishes for your success. And once again, congratulations. Go ahead and apply and keep growing in your career.
Thank you, Shri.
Perfectly. All right, so that's Jansi. So we have two people who cleared exam. We invited Pradeep and Pradeeskumar and Jansi.